Moving now to the U.S. stock index futures fell ahead of open as global trade fears added jitters across markets around the world. Around 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Dow Jones Industrial Average futures fell 120 points, indicating a negative open of 94.11 points. Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500 also futures indicated a downbeat start to their respective trading sessions. Markets around the world have been on a roller coaster ride in recent weeks as fears around trade tensions between the U.S. and other major economies escalate. Not only is the U.S. in a tit-for-tat war of words with China on tariffs, but now the European Union is involved. In addition, investors will be watching what the trade tensions could mean for corporates. On Tuesday, Trump threatened Harley-Davidson that it would be taxed like never before if it chose to move its production to outside of the U.S. In central banking news, Boston Fed President Eric Green will be in Washington at the 2018 annual O. John Oakley Lecture on Ethics and Economics at the Peterson Institute for International Economics in Idaho. Fed Vice Chairman of Supervision, Randall Coase, is expected to attend the Utah Banking Association 110th Annual Convention. In Asia, stocks were down today, led by the drop in China markets as investors digested the yuan's extended move lower amid trade worries. The Nikkei 225 slipped 0.31% to close at 22,371.77. The Kospi closed lower by 0.38%. The Shanghai Composite fell 1.11% to close at 2,812, and the smaller Shenzhen Composite lost 1.29%. The blue chip CSI 300 meanwhile tumbled 2.05% on the day. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index gave up slight gains seen earlier in the day to decline 1.04%. In Sydney, the S&P ASX 200 was little changed, with the index closing lower by 0.03%. The energy sector sub-index rose 1.24%. MSCI's index of shares in Asia Pacific outside of Japan was lower by 0.67%. Well, still in Asia, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank's Board of Governors has approved a membership application from the Republic of Lebanon, bringing AIIB's total membership to 87. Lebanon will officially join AIIB once it completes the required domestic processes and deposits the first capital installment with the bank.
The Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank is committed to promoting infrastructure, construction and connectivity in Asia, which highly accords with the Belt and Road Initiative. According to the president of the AIIB, the bank has injected capital into many infrastructure projects in Asia and drawn up plans for development in the future. According to the president of the AIIB, the bank has injected capital into many infrastructure projects in Asia and drawn up plans for development in the future.
I emphasized the Belt and Road Initiative at today's annual meeting. Our country supports the Belt and Road construction. President Xi made a very good point during the Belt and Road Summit that the Belt and Road Initiative connects with some plans of other countries. The Belt and Road Initiative is to bring benefit to all mankind, so I think the AIIB should support the Belt and Road Initiative with good reasons.
AIIB has invested more than $5.34 billion in infrastructure projects in countries and will provide $3.5 billion to India, Bangladesh, Turkey and Egypt this year in investment or loan to support the Asia-Africa Strategic Connectivity Project. India is the largest borrower from the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, accounting for 28% of the bank's financing over the past 2 years.
Out of the total $4.4 billion of projects that have been approved, 25 projects which have been approved, India has almost 28%, $1.2 billion worth of projects which have been approved by the AIIB. I'm sure these are 6 projects which have been approved. And now, yesterday, they have approved the 7th project. So the $1.2 $2 billion will become $1.4 billion with their recent decision to invest $200 million in the NIIF, the National Infrastructure Investment Fund. And we do hope to engage very actively in the future lending activities and future growth of the AIIB through different government and private projects in India.
The bank's third annual meeting began in India's financial capital in Mumbai on Monday. The two-day meeting focuses on infrastructure with the theme of innovation and collaboration.
And still to come, Vodafone's Ghana business plans to list on the local stock market. That and more in a moment.